It's me. It is I, Jen, your pudgy picker, here at my desk with a Monday thrift haul. It's not a real big haul, but I did go to 2 Savers this past Monday. I went to my usual one that opens at 9, and then I came home, did a little bit of work. I went back out to my daughter's, out of her neck of the woods, and she has Mondays off now, which is nice. And then I met her at the thrift store. And her boyfriend's scheduled too. He doesn't work on Mondays, so it was nice. I went out, we went to their Savers, and we went out to eat, like an early dinner, hung out with her and her kitty, and then I came home. So I ended up going to 2 Savers. The first one I did, I think I spent less at the first one, and I was there when the doors opened. And then the second one, I found more. So I went ahead, I had some time yesterday, and I wasn't able to make a video because I wasn't looking how I should, so I went ahead and did what I did last week. And I know some of you like that. I occasionally do that, where I tell you I actually price the item and then I show you what the price is going to be that I'm going to sell it at. So I did find 5 tops, actually 4 tops and a dress. So I'm not making an effort to buy a lot more clothes. I'm trying to kind of sell what I got. But I gotta look, you know, I gotta look. So this is funny because this dress, I actually think that I had it one time. It is California Concepts is the brand. It is a 26 women's. It was $16.99, so it was $8.50. And it kind of has a 2-layer look. It's this black and white. So here's what the top of it looks like. And then as you stand up, it kind of opens up and then it shows you this interior. So I thought that was really pretty long. Oof. So there's that. Actually, one of these is for me. I didn't realize. Hang on a second. I don't know what it is with my throat this morning. I don't want to keep clearing my throat in your ear. So I'm trying to buy a few more tank tops. I do lay out in the sun in the summer, so I do like me a good tank top. So I picked this one up. It was $4.49, so I paid $2.25. So it was Ruby Road, I think it's called. So it's just this real pretty. It looks kind of pinky, but it's kind of a real pretty coral color. So I will throw that in the wash before I wear it. And then these other shirts, one actually has its tag. This one is a Lane Bryant. Now, usually Lane Bryant, I don't know what it is. Avenue is really expensive at this thrift store. Avenue is a little less. But this is a Lane Bryant, and it did still have the tag on it that says $39.99. This is a 26.28. The price they put on here was $4.99, so I paid $2.50. So it's just basically like this stretchy kind of t-shirt top, little cap sleeves, and it has this real pretty kind of lacy detail on it. So I thought that was kind of cute. So usually what I do with those is I take the tag off from the thrift store. I put it through the dryer with a dryer sheet to kind of freshen it up. If I get something that's new with tag and it even has even remotely a scent, even if it's a perfumey scent, I just don't buy it because I like to thoroughly wash those things before I sell them. Again, Torrid is also a very high-priced clothing brand at this thrift store, but this one is a Torrid size 5. It was $7.49, so it was $3.75. It is a longer shirt, a longer sleeve, maybe 3/4, but here's what it looks like. So it's like this gray and has this real pretty design, and then it's longer. So there's that. So that I will sell it. $4.99. This is Catherine's, is in really good condition. It is a t-shirt. It was $3.99. It was it's a 3X. $4.99. I paid $2.50. Keep getting ahead of myself. So it's this navy blue with this teal design down the front. So I thought that was pretty. And then one thing I always check, see this back part when you have longer shirts? This is the part right here when you sit down, it rubs on the chairs. So I always check there to make sure there's no pilling. Pilling is like when you rub a fabric and it gets those little balls all over it. You can shave them with a clothes shaver, but I always feel there just to make sure. And this one, I mean, even the design is very crisp, so that lets me know that it is a newer top. Okay, the rest. I did get some fabric. I got 2 pieces. They were sold together for $3.99, so I paid $2. This one is a yard and this one is a quarter of a yard, so we have 75 cents and $3. And this, if you notice, is Girl Scouts. So I have sold Girl Scout fabric before and it's done pretty well for me. So there's those. So there's that. Oh, I forgot to let you know how much I paid. This is a bigger piece of just plain teal. This was $5.99, so I paid $3 and $6. There's 2 yards here. So, you know, people like to pick up all, you know, the cute designs, but people do like some solid fabric too. And then this one was $1.50. I know the price margin or the profit margin on these aren't so great, but I don't always buy my fabric at the thrift store. I thought this was darling with the little girl on it, and it looks like a little doctor kit, and we have the stethoscope. So there's a yard of that, so that's $3. This one was $4.99. There was 2 of these. They are the exact same thing. So $2.50 or $1.25 for each. And they are panels, what they call panels. So it's not measured by the yard, it's sold by the panel. And a lot of these could be, you know, like a vest or a piece of clothing or a hat or a bag where it's written out on there and it shows you like instructions and everything. So this one is for this Christmas vest. I looked it up and I didn't really see any that were exactly like this one. But it also has like the straps on top and on the side so you can modify its size. So I did look this up and they're going for about $14 to $15 each. And I have 2 of them, so these will be listed on eBay. So I already looked it up and did my research and put that on there. So there's that. I did pick up a clock. The clocks have been kind of lately. So the only thing I don't like about this one is, I don't know why, but it seems like it leans forward, like it wants to fall. It is like a desktop. And it is this crystal Mikasa. So the crystal was made in Japan, it says, for Mikasa. And then the clock that comes out is made in Germany. So this was $5.99, so I paid $3 for this. There are a lot of these listed online. So I thought it might just be better if I put this in my booth. So I'm putting $22 on it in my booth. Only issue I have with it is this comes out so that you can test it. But it's a weird battery. It's an N battery, which basically looks like a like a AA, but it's like 2/3 the size. So I talked to Mr. Pudgy Picker, and I'm like, I don't want to buy a battery if I don't even know it's going to work. And he said, if you give me a couple paper clips, I know this sounds MacGyver, 2 paper clips and a 9-volt battery, I'll be able to test if the clock is working. Then if it's, it's working, then we'll buy the battery. He's so smart. So I'm going to put $22 on this. And I don't know if you can tell, but when you stand it up, it's like it's leaning forward. And I don't understand that. So I've had a couple times it's sitting on my desk, it looks fine. So I don't know if you're supposed to have this on a higher shelf so it's tilted a little bit, but I touch the back of it and it wants to fall over. I don't know. Someone will love it. So there it is, and it is priced. I did find some containers for my Lucky Bamboo. I know I've been complaining that I don't have enough. So I did find some. We have, this one is like a hand-blown glass, and it's kind of in this amber color. So I paid $1.99. It was $1.99. I paid $1. So of course I put $10 and I put 2. So there's going to be 2 stalks of Lucky Bamboo in there. I have this gold one. I've sold several of them in this type of, this strange shape here, and they've done really well, but they've never been gold. I've done white and other colors. So this one was $1. I've used this one before. It's just this plain green one, and it says USA on the back or on the bottom. So this was $1.25, and of course I put 10, and I'm going to have 2 in there. Now the next 2 I'm going to put an extra because they're slightly bigger and a slightly deeper, and I think that 3 wouldn't look like it's kind of like this big pot and this little spindly plant. So this one is Hearth and Hand. It says $6.99 for this container wherever they bought it from, but it was $1.50. And then I already put my bamboo, but in here you could see I put 3. I just do that to prevent people from switching tags. Oh, well that one's $12. I'll just switch it to the $10 one. I mean, you can't completely eliminate theft, sadly, but it is what it is. Now this one's about the same size as that last container, but it has a cute little stand. So it's this plain white one. It was a little more than I normally pay, but since I'm going to put 3 in there, I'll make the money back. So I paid $1.75 for that, and I put 12, and I'm going to put 3 in there. And there's what it looks like. Isn't that adorable? So yeah, very happy with the containers that I found today. Very nice. So I will be taking those down and getting them ready to go. I did get a candle. It was $3. It's back there. Let me get it and show it to you. I had it burning yesterday. It's white fir, which is a kind of pine tree, but it just smells very earthy. So it's Yankee Candle. So yeah, I can get that for $3. I know I shouldn't be buying candles. I should be using the candles I got. But I know you find a good deal and it's a good brand and you know you like it and you like the scent. There was one from Bath and Body Works last week at the thrift store, but it was like cereal or something, and I was like, ugh, it was so bad. So there's that. I did get a package off of the wall. Had 3 pairs of salt and pepper shakers. I don't think I'm gonna sell the last one, but so it was $3, so I paid $1.50. When I first saw these, I thought they were wood. They are not. They're ceramic, vintage acorn. And then if you see, there's a little S and a little P. So I put $6.50 on these. And what I do is I'll show you, I put my vendor number and then I put 2 of 2. So sometimes stuff gets separated at the store and nobody knows who is that and what's it. You think, well, who would take just one and put it somewhere else? I don't know. It happens. The other one, and I think I've sold this almost exact pair previously, is these cone conch salt and pepper shaker shells. Funny thing is I didn't realize didn't have a plug, and whenever I find a plug or I find, like, you know, they're real soft so they fit very easily. When I find them at the bins, I just keep them, and then I have in my little toolbox I use for the store, I had one to replace it. So yeah, so I put $6.75 on those. And then this last one, the box is completely torn to bits. They are Souvenir Canada salt and pepper. Now I did look these up. This style, these are not metal, they're plastic, first of all. They are a touristy one, where if they're really old, touristy ones do okay, or some do really well. But a lot of these had like a little tray that you put these on. So them being plastic and all, I just tape the end back up, and I have a redonate bin over there. So not too bad. So even redonating that, $1.50 was definitely worth my time. I saw this sign. Now, you know, whenever I see these and they have to do with pets, I get them because they always sell. And it is a sign of a Shih Tzu. It was $1.50. I put 8 on it, still shrink wrapped, made in USA. And it says, warning, I can make it to the fence in 3.5 seconds. Can you? So I know somebody with a Shih Tzu out there is going to love this sign. So I'll just peel that sticker off. And it's ready to go. Love when the stickers come off nice. Savers are pretty good about their stickers coming off unless it's on paper or something, then it's a pain. I have sitting here one of the little pumpkins that I make to sell in my booth, and I put a little raffia on there. So I kind of was keeping my eye out, so I found some more of that particular yarn. Funny thing is, and I'm going to open these because this is $1.50. I sell those for $1. I mean, if I can get the yarn real cheap and I just make them up and then I go find sticks in the yard, no big deal. Thought the other one was yarn. Oh, they stapled the price right on the yarn. Love when they do that. These are... So I don't know what I should do with this. I'm thinking they're not real fur, but they're meant to look that way. What does it say? Oh, here we go. What does it say? Goodness gracious. Even with my reading glasses on. Fur pom-pom, acrylic and polyester, one piece. So I don't know if you want to put these on a project, but these have like a stretchy loop, these two. So that'll be nice because I can put a, what do you call it? Make it a keychain and just throw it in my mystery bags. So I'll definitely still be able to use those. Yeah, I was looking and I was like, oh, that's just another yarn. And then I got looking again and I'm like, no, that's definitely not yarn. The other one I got, I do make them out of the chunky yarn, and then I also make them out of regular yarn. I have a little card I wrap them around. I think I've done a video on it before. But you just use less yarn on the chunky ones and you use a little more on regular. So when I saw this, these are like two perfect colors. I do white, I do off-white pumpkins, I do different shades of orange, I do green. So these will be perfect for that, and I only paid $1.75. I tell you, if you're a crafter, always look at the thrift store. A lot of people buy stuff full price, and then they're like, I lost interest or whatever, so you can get a good deal. So that's my yarn. I found this guy. He's very pretty. His price was $3. So I put 12 on him, so he would be cute. He is the brand Threshold, which is Target. So I'm sure he was a lot of money at Target. But yeah, we'll just take that sticker off, and then he's ready to go. Ugh. Some people like more realistic looking figurines, but a lot of people look like the idealized ones, I guess you could say. I did get 2 packages. either I get bags and they're this big or they're this big, little zip bags. I need some that will hold my shots, my syringes. I do take semaglutide for weight loss. If you are on my channel and you just watch those or you just watch these, I get it. But I needed something that I could put that in, so I found this one. Said be brave, and then this one. They don't, you know, with all the people doing like Ipsy and some of those subscription makeup, they always get a bag. So you always see tons of these bags at the thrift store because there's only so many you can use. This says Gemini on it. I don't even know a Gemini. That's before my birthday. I'm Cancer. But I thought my favorite color, it says be brave. Here, let me turn it around. It says be brave. So I thought that would be perfect to put my meds in. Not my meds, because the meds go in the fridge, but this would be nice for my syringes and the little cotton pads. So not too bad. So I paid $1.50 for those. I picked this up, but I am considering buying the series. Yes, I've read the entire series. My daughter had it and recommended it. Loved it. But I paid $3. I am considering rereading it this summer. So, and this one doesn't even look like it's been cracked open at all. So, I'm considering buying the series. The series, if you get them, oh, my nose is so itchy. If you get them in paperback, I found ones on eBay, brand new, the set, paperback, free shipping for $27. So I think I'm going to pull the trigger on that. I was looking at it last night, and then I got tired, and I'm like, I'll just look at that later. So, it's a good book. What else? What else? What else? Oh, you know, I always tell you, I don't really buy signs anymore. I found some. 6 of them to be exact. I know with Father's Day coming up, I kind of wanted to, when I saw these, I was like, yeah, I'll pick those up. So this one says, "You're the dad everyone wishes they had." I paid $1.50, and I put 6. These can be quite expensive, so I think when people find them and they are much cheaper, they're like, yeah, I'll pull the trigger on that. And these are designed by Kathy, which is a good brand, which I do find a lot of, and a lot of the signs are by her. The other Father's Day or Father's one, it says, "Dad, you will always be my hero." This one was only $1, and I put $6.50. Take that tag off. This one says, "I feel better after I whine a little." This one was $1.25, and I put $6 on it. So let's take that tag off. I hate when they put the sticky tags. I mean, this is actual wood, but sometimes these are like paper. So if I, you know, judge me if you will on this, but when I see one and it's stuck on paper, I peel the tag off in the store. If it comes off clean, I stick it on the back, and then I buy it. So yeah, $6 for my wine shelf. 2 more wine ones. This one was $1. I put 6 on it, and this is another design by Kathy, or Primitives by Kathy, I should say. And it says, "Save water, drink wine." And then this one did not have a price, but it was, I flagged one of the ladies down, and I'm like, this one doesn't have a price, but this one, she goes, "Just scan that one twice." So I always ask, though. I just want to be careful. I don't want to get in trouble. They whine, I whine. So that one was also $1. Put $6.50 on that. And the last sign I like, it is a Disney reference, but I do like the reference, even though I'm not a crazy Disney fan. So this one was $1.50, and I put $6.50 on it. The original price on here, the tag is still on here, $16.99. No, we're not doing that. It's probably reclaimed wood, which is cool, but it says, "Just keep swimming." I like that. So there's that one. So how much did I spend? So I have my 2 SAVERS receipts. So the first one, I spent less. I spent $20.76 at the first one. And then the second, I spent $54. That sounds like a lot, doesn't it? I feel like I should have more to show for that. But, you know, it is what it is. Got some good stuff. A few things for myself. And, of course, so glad to get the Lucky Bamboo. Oh, I did buy one more thing, but I'm going to show it to you, and then I'm going to do a separate video because we're already 25 minutes in. But, you know, they have the jewelry jars, but the prices on those are just crazy. So when I saw this bag, I was like, I can afford that. So it was $15.99, so I paid $7.50. And I can tell a whole bunch of these are earrings. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And then if I have any other ones, any other necklaces or such, I can always put those in a mystery bag. And I sell my earrings at $3.99 each. So literally I can sell 2 of these and it'll pay for the entire bag. So that was my thinking. So I will be doing this in a future video, probably next week sometime. But that's all that I got. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. Please give this video a thumbs up. You can also, ask any questions. I know someone mentioned, wow, you talk about Lucky Bamboo a lot. Is that something special? Or it's only special because I make money off of it. I have been selling in a retail space, that's going to blow you away, 27.5 years. I was at one particular antique mall for 17.5 years, and then I've been at my current one. This September will be 10 years, and I just, on a whim, decided to get some. And I was, at that time, I was buying rocks from the dollar store. They were only $1 and they were decent size. They don't really sell too many rocks there anymore. But now I buy the aquarium bags. I'll get literally like a 20 to 30 pound bag and just use those. So I found a way to make it, more affordable for me to sell it and to make money on it. So I'm always constantly, like I said, looking for the containers. I'm the only one that sells bamboo plants. There are a few people that sell, spider plants or succulents or other things, but nobody else at the moment. I've had a lot of people copying me, but so nobody's been selling the Lucky Bamboo. The price has gone up a little bit, so I don't know. I'm trying to figure long term how I'm going to do that. If I have to increase my prices, I really don't. I don't like to. I like to be affordable, and I like to keep my prices consistent. But with the prices of everything, I have to continue to make money because this is my job. So yeah, so that's the story on the Lucky Bamboo. Also, they're very easy to take care of. Where I'm at in the store, they don't get direct sunlight. That's not a problem. They do fine in whatever light you put them in. And they're just a hardy plant. As long as you keep the water in there and the water is purified or not tap water. I have since, in the last probably year, I made a little sign that's displayed next to my plants that says, here's how to take care of them. And, I write that on there because if people use tap water, it will kill the plant. It'll take a little while, but it'll kill the plant. And it takes long enough where you don't think that that's the problem. But with chlorine and all the other things that they put in water to clean it, it's just way too harsh for these plants. So I just have that little sign. And then if I happen to be at the store putting stuff out or working at the store, if I see someone buy one, I'll go over and I'll say, did you read this? Oh, yeah. I'm like, I just want to make sure because I want it to last a long time for you. So yeah, so that's the story on the Lucky Bamboos. Been selling them for quite some time. Very happy with how they do. They could just sit there and look pretty until they go. It's a great way to do business. So thank you for tuning in again, for your time. I will see you guys next time. And until then, happy picking. Bye.